Have you ever noticed why your cat loves only one person and ignores everyone else? Let's start with the question that brought you here. Why does your cat choose one person? You have probably noticed it. Maybe your cat follows you from room to room. Maybe it waits by the door when you leave. Maybe it completely ignores your partner, who, by the way, also feeds it, also gives it water, also tries to pet it. And yet your cat acts like that person simply does not exist. This is not random. This is not luck. And it is definitely not favoritism in the way humans think about it. Cats are not like dogs. Dogs bond with entire families. Dogs love everybody who smiles at them. But cats are wired differently. Cats come from a lineage of solitary hunters. In the wild, a cat's survival depended on reading its environment with extreme precision. Who is safe? Who is a threat? Who is worth trusting? And who should be avoided at all costs? That survival mechanism never went away. It just got redirected. Now, instead of scanning the savannah for predators, your cat is scanning your living room, analyzing every single person in it. And it is making a decision. One person passes the test. Everyone else fails. So what is your cat actually measuring? What does it take to pass that test? Here is where it gets fascinating. Your cat is not choosing you because you feed it. Studies have shown that cats often bond most strongly with people who do not even control their food. So it is not about the food bowl. Your cat is not choosing you because you are the kindest person in the house. You might be, but that is not what your cat is measuring. Your cat is choosing you because of how you make it feel. Cats are extraordinarily sensitive to body language, tone, and energy. They are constantly reading the emotional atmosphere of their environment. And what they are looking for, above everything else, is predictability and control. When you approach your cat and let it come to you instead of grabbing it, that registers. When you speak in a calm, low tone instead of high-pitched, excitable sounds, that registers. When you allow it to walk away without chasing it, that registers. When you blink slowly at it without staring it down, that registers. Every single one of those micro-behaviors is sending your cat one message: you are safe, you are predictable, and you do not threaten my control over my own space. And your cat remembered every single one of those moments. Meanwhile, the people in your house who got ignored, they probably made very common mistakes most humans make without even realizing it. They approached too fast. They reached over the cat's head. They made loud noises. They stared directly into its eyes, without blinking, which in cat language is a direct threat display. Your cat did not ignore those people out of cruelty. It ignored them out of self-preservation. Now here is the part that will genuinely surprise you. When a cat chooses one person, it does not just form a preference. It forms something that researchers have begun calling a secure attachment bond, the same type of bond that human infants form with their primary caregivers. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University conducted a landmark study. They placed cats with their owners in an unfamiliar room. Then the owner left. Then the owner returned. And they watched how the cats responded. What they found was stunning. The majority of cats showed the exact same secure attachment behaviors that human babies show with their mothers. When their person returned, they greeted them briefly, felt reassured, and went back to exploring, confident and calm. Cats that had weaker bonds became anxious. They either clung desperately or completely shut down and avoided all contact. Your cat's loyalty to one person is not a quirk. It is a deeply rooted attachment system, one that evolved over thousands of years, and one that, once formed, is almost impossible to break. But here is where we need to slow down, because this bond, as beautiful as it is, has a shadow side that most cat owners never think about. When a cat bonds this deeply to a single person, it becomes dependent on that person's presence for emotional regulation, which sounds fine until you are not there. Cats who bond exclusively to one person often develop something called single attachment anxiety. When their person leaves for work, travels, or even just stays in another room for too long, these cats do not just feel lonely. They experience genuine stress. Their cortisol levels spike. They may stop eating. They may begin over-grooming, pulling out their own fur. They may urinate outside the litter box, not out of spite, but because their nervous system is completely dysregulated, and they do not know how to cope. This is the hidden cost of that beautiful bond. The deeper the attachment, the harder the absence hits. And here is something even more sobering. In households where a cat bonds to one person and rejects everyone else, That cat's entire emotional well-being becomes tied to a single human variable. If that person gets sick, if they move, if the dynamic in the house changes, the cat can spiral into chronic stress that affects its health for years. So what do you do with this? If you are the chosen one, first, understand what an extraordinary thing your cat has done by choosing you. It has trusted you with its entire emotional world. That is not small. That is everything for a creature that trusts almost nothing. But if you want your cat to be healthier, more balanced, and less vulnerable to anxiety, you can gently expand its circle of trust. Not to replace you, just to add to you. Have other people in the house feed your cat occasionally. Not every day, just sometimes. Have them be the ones to offer treats. Have them practice slow blinks, calm body language. And most importantly, letting the cat come to them instead of the other way around. This takes weeks, sometimes months. But over time, your cat's nervous system begins to register more people as safe. It does not transfer the bond. The bond with you stays. But the cat builds secondary trust networks, and that makes it more resilient, calmer, and genuinely happier. And if you are the person being ignored by a cat in your own home, do not push. The fastest way to lose a cat's trust is to chase it. Sit on the floor. Be boring. Be present. Look at your phone. Exist near it without demanding anything from it. One day, out of nowhere, it will walk over and sit next to you. And when it does, do not make a big deal of it. Just let it happen. That moment, quiet as it is, means the cat has decided you are safe. Your cat did not choose you by accident. It watched you. It measured you. It tested you in ways you never even noticed. And it made a decision that, for a creature wired by millions of years of solitary survival, is one of the most profound decisions it is capable of making. It decided you were worth trusting. So the next time your cat walks past everyone else in the room and finds you, remember what that actually is. It is not just affection. It is not just habit. It is your cat saying, in the only language it has, you are my safe place. Out of everyone in this world, I chose you. And that is something worth understanding.